Hello, friends. Hi, and welcome to Enlightened Blissful Souls. Goddess Anny with you in this moment, time, and space. And it is such a pleasure to come across you in this lifetime once again. And if this is your first time, welcome. Welcome, my beautiful soul. In today's reading, we are diving into the energy that the next 3 to 6 months hold for you. We're going to be taking a look into what you can expect in the next 6 months or so. What blessings, challenges perhaps, lessons may you come upon. And maybe we can even dive into how to move through them, right? Receiving guidance and reminders to help you navigate through these energies. All right, my beautiful friends, if you can find it in your sweet heart to give this video a thumbs up, I would really appreciate that, as that does help my channel grow, and it also lets me know that I was able to connect with you and that this perhaps resonated with you in some sort of way or form. Also subscribe so that we can stay connected and grow together in this journey of life. Right, I have set out 4 piles for you to choose from along with crystals. So in this moment, take in a deep and slow breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling when you're ready. Feel into the energy of each of these piles and see which one are calling your attention the most. Of course, as always, if you are drawn to more than one pile, that only means that there's additional insight and guidance for you in that additional pile. So I do encourage you to listen to it as well. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into what you can expect next within the next 6 months. All right, I will see you in your pile. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1. Welcome to your divine reading and divine guidance for the next 3 to 6 months. We are diving into the energy that is for you in this upcoming time, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. My beautiful friend, pile number 1, what a time and what a pile that you chose. I am loving your energy, and mind you, I haven't even dived into what is going on exactly for you, but it's already becoming pretty clear, to be honest with you. It's becoming so clear, and I haven't even taken a moment to take a look and feel into my intuition, but I feel like I don't even need to because it's very transparent here. So that is why I'm saying, what a time and what a pile to choose for you. Wow. Okay. Let's dive right in. See, when I get excited, whenever I get really excited or I feel some sort of energy that brings in change or abundance, I sort of like stumble upon my words because my excitement, it's like I can't put my words together. But pile number 1, these 2 cards here represent exactly what this energy is about. And I found it so interesting that out of all of the cards that I could have chosen, these 2 particular money, finance, career cards came out for you. So over here you have welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity is on its way to you. Have faith that source will heal your financial challenges. And then you literally have money path. A path with money is awaiting for you to find it. All right, so these are really divine messages and clear messages here, I feel like, on what this reading is about. It definitely has to do with where you are right now financially and perhaps in your career life, okay? And one thing that I'm noticing right off the bat, pile number 1, is blockages. Is a journey that you have been on financially where I feel like not only could you possibly be struggling right now financially, meaning that maybe you're not meeting your financial needs, you're not bringing in enough money at this time, you feel that you're not making enough, you're trying to pay your bills and spend and have time and enjoy and so on the best that you can. But right now, you're not happy with where you are financially. And it feels like maybe you have been like this for a couple of months, where you have been stagnant, where money has been stagnant, where money hasn't exactly been flowing in. So this has been making you feel, in a way or form, anxious and worried and concerned about how you're going to make ends meet and what you're going to do, and sort of feeling overwhelmed in aspects of the finance. Okay. And again, I feel like it's been like this for a little while, perhaps, and you found yourself at crossroads. Like, what do I do? What decision can I make? Should I take action on this? Should I take action on that? Do I just stay where I'm at because it's comfortable? Do I go and expand? Do I go and try something else? And it's been a lot of trying to figure out what you can do to bring in more money. And this has been making you feel quite defeated in some way or form, quite overwhelmed, as I mentioned. I say you're trying to stand out for yourself, just doing the best that you can, but things not being as successful for you at this time. All right, that is what I'm seeing here. And it's interesting because you have the Two of Wands twice here. So you have it here and you have it here, right? Two of Wands twice. Okay, and with the Two of Wands, this is, you know what I'm sort of getting in a way? It's, you're sort of focusing on the wrong thing. And when I say you're focusing on the wrong thing, it's like there's a lot of potential for you out there. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of doors that you can go through to bring in more money, a lot of things that you could be doing. Interesting. For some of you, I may be feeling like maybe some of you have had an idea of what you could do. Maybe some of you have thought about following like your dreams or something bigger, something that requires for you to get out of your comfort zone. Something else, doing something else, right? And I see you like daydreaming about this thing, daydreaming about what you can do perhaps. But it's like, you know, like for some of you, maybe you want to pursue more of your passions, but you're afraid that you're not going to be making enough money if you do that. Or even if you are in a current job right now, you're afraid of leaving that job. So there's a lot of fear-based, self-doubting based energy here, which is actually what's keeping you stagnant. What's blocking money from coming into you, pile number one. It's like you're hesitating to take action. You want it, you're looking outside. So you see this person here sitting, looking outside of the window. And outside of the window, there's this beautiful sky with clouds around. And even in this picture, you see them looking into the horizon where there's such expansion and growth and beauty. But they're not stepping out of their comfort zone, out of their safe zone. Like, do I stay in here because I'm safe here and I'm comfortable and I'm used to this? And if I expand and I go there, what's going to happen? So your uncertainty, your questioning is keeping you stuck, is what I'm hearing. I feel like there's a need for you to trust in yourself more. Like you literally have the Magician. So what Spirit is saying, over the course of the next 6 months, they are going to be guiding and pushing you. I see them sort of like nudging you, going like this, as if they were pushing you gently from the back. So you see this person here standing on their castle or like this home, and they're just contemplating on whether or not they should go or stay, right? This wand is stationed in, and this one, he's grabbing it like he's about to take action, but he's not, right? It's that indecisiveness. And I see your guide sort of pushing you and saying, it's time to fly. They're going to catch you if you take the leap of faith. And with the Magician here, they're telling me you are skilled for this. You are qualified for this. You are meant for this. They want you to take this leap of faith. They want you to go after this desire, this dream, these ideas that you have. Even if they're just little ideas of what it is you can do, maybe you can start some sort of new program, partnership, course that you can take, anything that is going to add to your skills, to your knowledge, to your education, towards whatever it is that you want to learn and do. Because that is the other thing that I'm seeing here. I do see you learning. I do see you educating yourself over the next 6 months if you haven't started to do this already. I see you taking in more information so that you can pursue this perhaps a bit more confidently, or at least so that you can start moving towards that direction and no more just thinking about it, because for a while it just has been thoughts. It's just been an idea, and your spirit guides are saying it's time. It's time to bring this idea into form, into the physical. For a while, with releasing allegiances, I feel like you have been keeping yourself in your comfort zone. You have been trying to keep yourself safe, right? With what is familiar. Maybe you've been in that job for a long time. Maybe you've been doing what you're doing for a while, but it's no longer working. You see how she's in a dark space and she has like flies over her. Like, it's time. This is getting rotten is what I'm getting. Like, getting rotten in the sense that it's getting old. It's not serving you. It's not really making you happy. It's not really fulfilling you. So I feel a need, and this is coming through very strongly, pile number one. There's this strong need for you to release limiting beliefs around what you are capable of and how much money you can bring in. Okay? You need to let go of self-sabotaging behavior and choices that you're making that are not aligning you with the potential that you have, because you have a lot of great potential. You literally have the Queen of Pentacles here. So I see you being a business person. I see you being an entrepreneur. I see you being in a higher role. I see you chasing after your dreams, being mature and wise enough, having the skills, creating your own empire, being a queen, being a king. Okay? I see you having confidence in yourself, because there's something with your solar plexus at this moment. You need to know that you are capable of this and that there is a path of money awaiting for you to find it, but you have to find it. You have to take yourself out of this situation and go after it. So within the next 6 months, I see you entering more into this energy of overcoming these challenges, these inner challenges, specifically the limiting beliefs, specifically feeling that energy that you're in perhaps right now, where you're feeling like you're not able to do this, where you're doubting and questioning and you're allowing fear to dictate the actions that you're taking. And more so, you're going to rise up. I see you more so like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to start taking this program. I'm going to dive deeper into what it is within me that's keeping me stagnant, that's keeping me from not taking action. There's some sort of healing that needs to happen. And when I say healing, I think healing like your relationship with money. What are your beliefs around money? Do you feel that money is hard to get, or that you have to work hard for money? Do you feel that money is evil? Like, what is your rooted belief? What is in your subconscious mind about money that perhaps could be blocking you from attracting it? And I see you sort of diving into that over the next 6 months, all right? There's some sort of healing that's going to happen within yourself and your limiting beliefs. I do see that. And with that, there's going to come clarity. You're going to be able to think clearly. You're also going to be gaining a lot of ideas. There's ideas that are going to be pouring in your mind about what you can do. Like I mentioned earlier, opportunities opening up for you, and you're going to see them. But a lot of them is going to have to do with your downloads. It's like your spirit guides, your higher self is going to be downloading ideas for you to take action on, projects, new beginnings, and so on, new paths, and so on. And you're going to have that clarity of, oh, you know what? I can do this, and I can do that, and I should take action on this, and I should do it like this, you know? So try to remind yourself, specifically after receiving this guidance, not to allow fear, judgment, right, to block you from stepping into a new world, to block you from experience something new that could bring in a lot of abundance, a lot of money. Because I do see that prosperity is on its way to you. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the King of Swords. It's a lot of big energy here, representing the type of energy where you are going to be doing your own thing. And even if you work for a company, then this could be like moving up to the next level, the next step, and having your own team or something of that sort. There's definitely this energy of leadership is what I want to say. Being a leader in some sort of form or way, teaching, guiding, something like that, okay? Something that's really significant as well in your reading that's standing out to me are birds, maybe crows or just regular birds. That seems to be significant at this time. So watch out for that type of sign. That could be another confirmation. And even like finding objects on the road, silver objects, not silver, but like maybe pennies or paper clips or something of that sort, okay? Metal things, random, like you might find a screw or something like that. These are also more confirmations from your spirit guides about this choice and this path that you should embark on. This is interesting. One thing's for sure that you can expect within the next 6 months is you overcoming this fear, is you overcoming the challenges and the hard times. And I think it will happen within the next 6 months because that's what we are specifically talking about. And it doesn't necessarily mean that within the 6 months you are going to become the most richest person in the world, but I would say that the energies will definitely shift. The energies will definitely become more abundant, more clear for you, pile number 1. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, like good news, taking control of the things that you can control. Creating, oh, you know what I'm also seeing here? I see you, okay. I see you becoming more organized, more disciplined, and more consistent. It's not like you're fully going to be there, but you're definitely going to be shifting and learning a lot within the next 6 months in terms of that. It's like aligning yourself more or preparing yourself to enter this new role. What you're going through right now is aligning you. It's preparing you for what's to come next into your life. Because if you are going to be in such role where you are an entrepreneur, where you are a leader, or where you do have your team, you need to be able to be disciplined. You need to be able to be consistent and show up in that way, you know? Interesting. Okay, so I have these other 2 cards that I pulled for you as well. So we have Ball, and it says plenty of material things. We also have Dog, far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. And then we're going to pull a few more here, okay? Dear guides and angels of the highest loving light, what messages and guidance do we have for pile number 1? We have Dagger, fear, worries, tense situations. Yeah, so you need to let go of that. We need to let go of the fear and the doubt. Handshake, meeting with a stranger could be important, interesting. Yeah, you know, I was feeling something like this with the Page of Pentacles here. Some sort of news that you could be hearing of, some sort of offer. And then we have Scales. Keep your life in balance. All right, beautiful. So, my beautiful friend, what I'm noticing for you here is just everything that I've mentioned thus far. What I want to add with this new cards that came in is that you could also be having some sort of significant meeting or interaction with someone. Even with this card, with the distant friend thinking of you, this reminds me of 2 things. This reminds me of your spirit guides just watching over you and trying to guide you, but also some sort of important meeting. And you have handshake, meeting with a stranger could be important. So I feel like, again, back to the offer, like someone could be coming in with an offer and you have the opportunity for a lot of abundance, okay? For a lot of fruition, okay? Creation. So don't allow your fear. Please, pile number 1, don't allow your limiting beliefs to scare you off, to tell you, no, you're not prepared. No, you're not capable, because it is an illusion. It is an illusion. It is time to free yourself. It is time to think outside the box. It is time to do the healing. I would like for you to reflect on what these limiting beliefs are for you directly. Perhaps journaling could really be useful, setting some time aside to write down what it is that perhaps you are afraid of or why it is that you think you can't pursue this thing. And if you're thinking, well, I'm not afraid and I'm ready, I want it, are you really? Sometimes these things are on a subconscious level, meaning that we're not aware of them. Sometimes we don't attract in what we want, whether that is a partner or a certain job or a certain amount of money, because we're actually afraid. We're afraid of the type of responsibility that will come with that. We're afraid that we're not worthy. We don't actually believe that we are worthy of being able to attract such things. And that seems to be a big theme for you. Okay, so there's definitely healing that needs to take place. Pile number one, releasing and then allowing yourself to take on new opportunities, allowing yourself to take yourself out of the comfort zone. So if you've been asking for a sign, if you have been asking for confirmation, needing a push, this is it right here, right now. No more excuses. Feel brave, feel confident on embarking on this. And if for some of you, for whatever reason, this just came to my mind now. If for some of you, you have already started, let's say this entrepreneur journey, this solo journey, this new role journey, where you started to work on your business, work on whatever it is, and you've been hitting some bumps on the road, you're having a hard time getting things to keep moving and seeing momentum and growth. Or even for you, if within the 6 months you decide to take that leap of faith and maybe in the beginning it's not going exactly as you wanted to, this is your reminder and your confirmation to keep going, okay? It's all part of the process, meaning that just because things are not great in the beginning doesn't mean that they're not for you, doesn't mean that you should give up, okay? Everything is a process. Everything is a step-by-step situation. So I think that it's important to remind you that you will overcome whatever challenges and obstacles you may be facing right now. It's important for you to remember that you just have to keep going. That's really the message here. Just keep going. Pile number one. I think that you do have something to look forward to within the next 6 months, because the next 6 months is going to show you more of your potential. You know what I mean? It's going to show you just how skilled you actually are at this. Wow. All right. My beautiful friend, if you could please give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe so that we can stay connected. I would really appreciate that. I am sending you lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you in the next video. See ya. Hi, my beautiful pile number 2. Welcome to your divine reading and divine guidance over the next 3 to 6 months. Wow. Pile number 2. Let me just start off, and I'm sorry, really quick actually. If you don't mind, can you please give this video a thumbs up? I would really appreciate that, as it does actually help my channel grow. It puts the video more out, the more likes that it has. And also subscribe if you feel drawn to do so in your heart, so that we can stay connected in this journey of life. All right, my beautiful pile number 2. This is quite the pivotal time in your life, to say the least. Wow. Okay, where do I begin with your energy? You know, it's interesting because I know we're diving into the next 3 to 6 months, but in a way, perhaps you've already started this journey. And if you haven't, just please buckle up. Put your seatbelt on, because we are going on a bit of a ride and a bit of a journey. However, it's one that will change your life for the better, and that will change your life dramatically for your highest good. It's just that this type of change will not come easy. Okay? Pile number 2. You are going through a spiritual awakening. Literally, you are in the middle, will be, have started. Does not matter, because it's going to be different timing for each individual, as this is a general reading. However, you're going through a spiritual awakening, and this spiritual awakening is massive. This spiritual journey, I'm sorry, I can't even speak because this is exactly what the energy is like. It's the type of energy that shakes you up and that leaves you speechless. You are going to go through grief, or perhaps you have already gone through grief. And mind you, I do not intend for this reading to be to scare you, to bring in negative energy, or to predict the future in a negative way. This is not at all what this energy I'm feeling is telling me. Please listen to everything that I'm going to say before you judge it or before you make your own conclusions. And listen through, because this is actually a major lesson and a major transition that you're making as a soul and as an individual. The reason that I'm saying that you're going to be grieving and going through a hard time is because I'm feeling here that there is going to be major loss. This could be loss of people, loss of yourself, like your old self, right? You will be leaving behind an old version of yourself. You could be leaving behind people who are not in alignment with you, toxic people, people who do not align to where you're headed. This could be loss of employment for some of you. The point is that there's major loss that's going to be happening. And for some of you, and I hope that this is not the case, but for some of you, I'm even perhaps thinking that you could be losing an actual loved one. A loved one going to the other side, or perhaps they already have. The reason that I say this is because this very much feels like dark night of the soul energy. And if you're not familiar with what a dark night of the soul, it's basically a point in your life where you are at your lowest, where you feel defeated, where you feel intense grief, sadness, anger, resentment because of some sort of event, some sort of change that took place in your life that affected you tremendously, that changed the entire course of your life, basically. And that's the energy that I'm feeling here. It's something big. This could be the loss of an employment, like I mentioned, loss of a partner, divorce, moving, that impacted you in a negative way, loss of a loved one, and so on, right? Where you're feeling depressed, anxious, uncertain, confused, and you're basically going through a spiritual awakening. Those are actually the signs of a spiritual awakening. And I know that at the time, because these changes are major, because they're affecting you in a negative way, it feels like you're lost in the sea. It feels like you're draining, or you are drowning, in the ocean with no help and no escape, and you're getting tired and ready to drown away with it. You're ready to give up. But that is not the point, and that is not the purpose of a spiritual awakening or a dark night of the soul. A spiritual awakening, a dark night of the soul, simply happens to realign us and redirect us, no matter what the cause is. For example, let me share a quick example with you on a personal level. I lost my brother, my beautiful, loving brother, who I was very close with in 2021. And through his loss, I found myself in the dark night of the soul. It was absolutely the worst time of my life for me and my family. And at the time being, I could not understand whatsoever. The only thing that I could do is question reality, question God, question existence, question my life, question everything, because I could not understand why. There's nothing in this world that could justify or give me comfort in understanding and agreeing with such a tragic event happening. Why does my brother have to be taken out of my life, right? And at the time that I was going through this grief and this pain and this anger and resentment and so on, I found myself lost at sea. I found myself at my lowest point. I found myself having a dark night of the soul. However, as time went on and I dove into my healing, I had faith in the process, I trusted my angels. Over time, because of this event, everything in my life shifted. Yes, it's unfortunate that it had to happen through that unfortunate event. I wish it could have happened a different way, but that's just what my soul chose to do in this lifetime. After my brother's passing, I have never been the same person again. I became so much more aware, so much more awakened of my life, of my decisions, of everything. And I don't want to make this about me. I am so sorry. Let me get to the point here. The point is that through that really hard time, through that dark night of the soul, I became, the person that I am today. I have healed things that I cannot begin to explain to you. I am becoming the best version of myself. I am aligning myself with the right people, the right opportunities, the right things, and so on. So let's dive into your reading, because I don't want to focus this on me too much. I just wanted to give you an example that great things can come from a hard time. Even if, for example, this relates to you in terms of a relationship ending or a certain job ending for you. This is only opening new doors for you. That is what I want you to keep in mind. And actually, I have some other cards up here that you're not able to see, and I'll be showing you that I pulled for you. And they really put this message together. So one of them is angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. The second one that you have is moon, changes in your life. So we talked about you going through a major, massive change in your life at this time. You have bell, announcement, and even this being right next to the moon, to the changes in your life. This tells me that it's going to be something unexpected or something that is really going to shake things up in your life. And you also have archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Literally what I just mentioned, that through the chaos, through the storm, then comes greatness, comes opportunities, come a better blessing, a bigger blessing. And last but not least, which literally this confirms everything, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. And that's the other thing that I want to bring to you, to your attention, pile number 2, is that through the spiritual awakening, through these challenges, you get to understand so much more at a such deeper level. It's like you get out of that victim mentality and you look at life and reality for what it truly is and the lessons that you encounter. So my beautiful friend, wow, over the next 6 months, I see you really diving into your spiritual journey. I see you going through a time of isolation, and not just in a really negative way where you just don't want to interact with people and so on. And perhaps that will be the case for you, because emotionally and mentally there will be a lot for you to process. It's also, you will also be isolating to reflect. You're going to be taking, in a way, a seat back and observing your life, observing your choices, observing your behaviors, observing how you limit or block yourself, what is in your subconscious mind, what you haven't healed, where you need to heal. All of this so that basically you can find balance and alignment, the triangle here, right? Mind, body, and soul in your life, so that you can head towards the light, so that you can come back to your true authentic self. And my words are not enough to express how empowering and how beautiful this journey actually is. Honestly, I've never experienced anything like it, but I wouldn't have changed it, because I am a version of me today that I never even knew existed. And honestly, you won't fully and truly understand this until you have made it, until you're on the other side, okay? So although this journey will be ongoing, although there's a lot of healing that will take place, a lot of releasing, letting go, and a lot of realizing, okay, you will make it. You will indeed get to the other side. I do see you trusting more in the process. Well, let me say this. Your angels want to remind you right now, as you're coming across this message, to trust more in your angels. Trust more in the process, okay? Let go of fear and doubt, or try to, right? Try to let go of like the how or why is this happening and when, and more so surrender a little more. And you can start to surrender by being present, by taking things day by day. Okay, don't dwell too much on the past. Don't dwell too much on the future, getting anxious and worried about what will happen or when it's going to happen. And more so focus on the now and what you can control versus what you cannot control. The other thing that I'm seeing for you, pile number 2, is the Fool here being here twice. And with the Fool showing up twice in your reading, this is telling me some sort of energy of trusting. Well, we already expressed that, right? Having trust and faith in the process, but just trusting the journey that you're embarking on, trusting that there's just such a bigger purpose behind it all, that there's a greater plan for you. And I really wish that you could sit in my mind as I'm explaining this, because I have gone through this myself. And now that I'm on the other side of things, the clarity, the understanding, the spiritual development that I've gained, the awareness that I have, it's you can't compare it to anything else. The opportunities, the way that I'm aligning myself with the right people, the right places, the right things, the way that I'm becoming a version of myself that is just so much more content, fulfilled, and in alignment. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to get where I am now if it wasn't through these challenges in this phase of my life, is what I want to say. So you will feel stagnant. You will feel stuck. You will feel like you're constantly finding your corner. You're constantly fighting to have energy, to push forward, to move on. And you're going to feel, honestly, defeated. I'm not going to shy away from that because it's part of the process. And I want to remind you that it's only part of the process. It's only part of your journey. It does not mean that you're going to be like this forever. It doesn't mean that things are not going to change. It just means that you need to more so have faith. Have faith that your guides are guiding you. And you even have Mountain here. Major challenge to overcome. And with the 5 of Cups here, yeah, it's like this event will have an effect on you, perhaps for a little while, maybe a little longer than what you wanted to. But in the meantime, you're also going to have times and moments where you are going to feel excited or have good days, okay? It's not always just going to be a gloomy, bad day. You are going to be finding yourself through this. And I do feel some sort of energy here that could be a significant, some sort of mentor, some sort of guide. Aside from your spirit guides, this feels to be someone here in the physical, kind of like a role model. This could be a friend, a father, an uncle, someone like that, that could be helpful during this process and journey for you. Another advice that I have for you during this journey, pile number 2, is to ground yourself. Spend as much time as you can in nature. Spend as much time as you can doing meditations where you visualize white light coming to you, journaling, and basically trying to cope and face, but also just observe these emotions that you're feeling instead of suppressing them, instead of bottling them in. Also, having the courage to face them, because you heal things through them, right? And when you go through something, you have to face it. You have to come across it, right? So try not to fall into bad habits such as using substances or drinking or, hanging around toxic people just because you don't want to deal with the pain. Give yourself the space, the time to grieve, to grieve this old version of yourself, to grieve the loss, the person, whatever it is for you specifically. I think that the next 6 months is about building your faith, building and moving through this time of your life, okay? Which again, in turn, will bring beautiful changes and possibilities and paths into your life. And I want to also make it very clear that your spirit guides are 100,000% with you. They're really highlighting that in this reading. They're like, she's not alone, he's not alone, you're not alone. They need you to know that every step of the way, every thought, every emotion, they're right there with you, watching over you, trying to protect you, okay? So synchronicities will be significant. I think you'll be seeing a lot more signs from the universe, such as birds, numbers, songs, certain thoughts that come into your mind, and so on. So this is a very important time for you to be patient with yourself, for you to just allow yourself to go through this knowing that there's a sun at the end of the tunnel, knowing that you will overcome this, because you will. Like, that's not even a question. It's just that over the next 6 months, I think it's more so going to be focused around like the changes and adapting, okay? Wow, power number 2. This is very powerful, very beautiful, honestly. As someone that has endured such phase of their life, I'm telling you that you will understand everything once you make it through. You are going to look back and you're going to be like, wow, now I completely understand why that happened. I'm actually kind of glad that happened, because look at where I am today. Perhaps, if this has to do with a partner being removed out of your life, perhaps that person had to be removed so that someone better can come in. Maybe you were having a hard time of letting go. Or same thing with your job. Maybe you're having a really hard time finally quitting or applying for that new job. And by losing this job, you're being, let's say, forced. Well, not forced. You're being pushed. You're being encouraged to apply for a different job, perhaps one that is more abundant, more fulfilling, and so on. So I hope you get the picture there. I do see you searching for enlightenment, searching for yourself, diving deeper into your spiritual journey as a soul, as of why you're here, what's your life's purpose, how do you heal? And it's a roller coaster, but it's, oh my goodness, you get to discover your true potential. You get to discover who you truly are and how much you're capable of through this journey. And that is the beauty of this. It's just the level of self-love and the level of like understanding that you are whole, that you are the universe, that you are infinite and limitless. It's like nothing else. I'm trying to find the words, but I genuinely cannot explain it with words. So my beautiful friend, I would love to be of support and of guidance to you as well during this journey. If you have any questions, if you would like to stay connected to me, definitely do subscribe and give this video a thumbs up so that you can always come back to it. And I'm here to answer any questions that you may have. And I am sending you the ultimate love and healing energy at this time and going forward. Sending you so much bright, loving light. And my love, that concludes your reading. I will see you in the next reading. And thank you so much for your time and your energy. See you. Hi, my beautiful pile number 3. Welcome to your divine guidance and reading. In this reading, as mentioned in the beginning of the video, we are diving into the next 3 to 6 months for you, seeing what type of blessing lessons you may come upon and how you should move through that energetic time or phase of your life. Pile number 3, if you could please give this video a thumbs up, I would really and kindly appreciate that. It does help my channel grow. It does make a huge difference. So I really appreciate that if you could. And of course, if you feel drawn to subscribe, do so that we can grow together, so that we can get to heal and become more aware and wise together. All right, my beautiful friend. This is interesting, honestly. Interesting because I'm still trying to figure out how exactly this energy is playing out for you over the next 6 months. And I say that because there's a mix of emotions here. There's a mix of faces. It's like one moment you're thriving and at the high and feeling empowered and feeling like things are going to work out, feeling lucky, feeling like you can conquer the world. And then the next, you're sort of filled with doubt and maybe not feeling as motivated, not really taking much action, in your head too much, and so on. And of course, as humans, which we are for now in this experience, that is normal. We sometimes allow ego to dictate how we feel and the action that we take, and that's just what it is. We learn to get more balanced and shut ego down a bit more, at least with the negative thoughts and the negative thinking. And so over the next 3 to 6 months, I'm seeing good change for you happening. Not only do you have victory in some endover, I also have some other cards that I pulled up here for you, which you can't see, so I'll be showing you. You also have, you will be playing a different role. You have marriage. There's a lot of energy here. Oh, you also have basket that says recognition, reward for merit. So there's a lot of like rewards and success and like some sort of change that I feel will be positive. Even with this, with the hat, this reminds me of like a different role. And this role could maybe be in business, but it could also be like commitment, right? Some sort of commitment in some sort of form or way. For some of you, this could literally be in relationship. Some of you could literally be getting married. Some of you could be moving in with your significant other, or signing a lease, or getting a pet together, some sort of next step, maybe even having a baby, right? And in terms of business, it's like stepping up to the next role or starting your own thing and something of that sort. The point is here that I feel like you will have victory in some sort of endover, something that maybe you're working towards having and doing right now. And if not, obviously over the next 6 months. The point is that perhaps this could come with its challenges, as many things do in life. Like, yes, it's what you want. You want that position. You want to have the family. You want to have the success and the abundance and the position and the person of your dreams. But there's some challenges that are going to come in that are going to put you in this space someday, sometimes, where you're unsure, where you're going to doubt, okay? And what I'm seeing with that is, it's going to be temporary though. I don't feel like this is major energy. This isn't something crippling. Like, it's not, it doesn't feel like it's something way out of your control. I feel like you will have control over it. And I say that because I feel like this will be more so mental. I feel like this is going to be more so in your head than physical, or like, a real like huge obstacle. It feels to be something that is temporary, a temporary problem, something not really going your way, but then you're sort of taking it and saying, this thing didn't go my way, so now this is not going to work out, and I should maybe just give up, or, it's no point now. There's this back and forth type of energy. Okay, there's this back and forth type of energy with yourself, more so is what I'm feeling. What this could look like is maybe you enter a new relationship, right? Maybe you have been in a relationship and again, you're entering a new phase, a deeper commitment. And you're going to be doubtful. You could be doubtful. You could question your ability to handle this, or even if it's career related to you in that sense, you could be questioning your ability, your willpower. Like, am I going to be able to keep up with this? Am I able to show up in the way that I need to, always and consistently? However, that's not really much of the energy that it's focusing on, although yes, you will have those little challenges, if you will. I'm more so seeing the praise. I'm more seeing the expansion that you're making over the next 6 months. I'm more so seeing you at a higher level. There's big emphasis around like a higher position, a different role. You've been in, for some of you, maybe being an influencer. For some of you, again, putting yourself out there in dating, taking the next level with your partner. But what's really being highlighted here for me in this reading is the movement. It's the progress. It's the victory. Honestly, that is the main focus, in my opinion. For some of you, December could be of significance. And also, summertime could be significant. There's a lot I feel that you want to do at this time. It's like, I feel like you have these ideas on wanting to conquer a lot in different areas of your life, like your love life and your career. Because for some of you, I don't quite feel like this applies to only one area. This feels to be more than just one area. And so I see you achieving and doing a lot, and you're going to be thinking beyond the mind. It's something within your heart. This is something within your heart that you want and desire. And so that's why at times it's going to seem like, oh, but maybe this is a little bit too much out of my comfort zone. Maybe this is too difficult. Maybe I won't be able to do this. Let's see. I feel like I should get some more insight here on what this is, because I'm not fully understanding what exactly this is, though. Dear guides, dear angels of the highest loving light, what is this obstacles that pile number 3 have to overcome? What is it that they will be moving through and overcoming? Because that's the thing. It's like you're certainly overcoming it. You're certainly, see, literally the star. You're certainly going to be entering that new phase of your life that is a lot more in alignment with you, and where you're in a bigger role or a bigger time in your life, okay? Okay, so what I'm seeing here is, okay, the world in reverse. Okay, I feel like it's closing an old chapter for a lot of you. It's the need to close out old chapters. This could be limiting beliefs. This could be people. This could be situations, places, like leaving a job to start something new, or leaving behind whatever hurt could have happened in the past, forgiving. It's some sort of closing of a cycle, of a chapter of your life, to allow the new one to come in. But it feels like perhaps you could be having a hard time letting go of the past, having a hard time closing that chapter. If it's in terms of career, like, you know, closing out or leaving your previous job and so on. Because once you're able to do that, once you're able to let go without holding on to the past, you're going to be opening up this new world of opportunities for yourself, of collaborations, of working with others, having more harmonious connections, fulfillment, happiness, joy, clarity. So I think that's what this is about. Pile number 3 is your resilience. It's your ability to overcome and to adapt, really adapting to changes, to new things, okay? And adapting to the process as well of things. I also do want to say that for some of you, if you have been feeling stagnant, if you have been feeling like you're not making progress in this area of your life, over the next 6 months, you can expect movement and progress. That is really what the energy is saying here. The next 6 months are more about the fruition, the rewards of your hard work, and of you adapting and changing and making the right decisions for yourself, of these deeper commitments, okay? It's like if you committed deeper to someone and focusing on that person, or if you committed deeper to your business, to your finances, you're going to see more abundance in that area. This is what that feels to be about. So I do feel that you can look forward to the future with confidence here, pile number 3. You can look forward to something better, to something bigger, to feeling inspired and happy and having more balance in your life, to celebrating, going after what you want and what you believe in without the cloudiness, without the overthinking, without the limiting beliefs. Because that's really what this comes down to. It's your limiting beliefs. It's, in a way, you. Honestly, it's you. It's the way that you're looking at the situation. So try looking at things from a different perspective. Try analyzing things in a different way. What could this be teaching you? What could this be about? Perhaps this is something that is actually going to end up assisting you and guiding you in becoming the version that you need to be for this manifestation, for this desire to be, right? Because it's so clear. I mean, it's very clear that you're going to be moving into clearer, calmer waters, if you will, meaning that you're moving in the right direction. I don't have doubt that you're moving in the right direction. I see you literally celebrating. I see you literally having gatherings with like friends, family members, whoever it is, to celebrate your successes, to celebrate how far you've come. Or again, maybe some of you are actually getting married. Maybe some of you are having, a baby or something of that sort, or just closed down on a really good deal and something of that sort. So take this time to actually give you strength to keep going forward. Beautiful pile number 3. That is really your message here. It's just to keep going because you are in the right direction. And I don't think that you should be doubting that. The abundance will come, my friend. All right? If you have enjoyed this, please do give this video a thumbs up, and I would genuinely and very much appreciate it. I hope that you have found this insightful. I am looking forward to see how these things will manifest for you and in what ways for you specifically. And I will see you in the next video, my friend. Thank you. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your divine reading and guidance. Goddess Anny here. My beautiful friend, if you could please give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe so that we can stay connected. That does really help my channel grow, and I would be beyond grateful with you for doing so. Pile number 4. I want to dive right into your reading because I feel that there's an important message for you here in terms of the energy that is coming out for you in the next 6 months. I feel like you will be starting to, if you haven't already, overcome certain mental challenges in your life. It's like if there were times when you were uncertain, indecisive, or didn't know how to move forward about a certain situation, I see you focusing more on the matter, on the now, and building things. Okay, rebuilding yourself actually is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing emphasis around you, to be honest with you. The emphasis and the focus is on you for the next 6 months. I do feel that you could have been in a certain situation that was not exactly bringing out the best version of you. This situation could have made you feel really strong emotions of different things, but let's say anger, disappointment, sadness, misunderstood, and so on, right? So I see you spending the next 3 months or so spending time to clear your mind, to recoup, to reserve your energy again, to relax and let go, to analyze and reflect, and so on. I see you needing, like, you need time for yourself, and in turn you will be finding yourself again. I see you nurturing yourself, returning to you. It's like perhaps for a while, the focus had not been on you. It had been on people or things that you're trying to achieve, things that you're trying to manifest and create in your life. Like the focus has been around things outside of yourself, right? It's something that was very significant and important to you. So all of your energy and focus was going into that thing or that person. Within the next 6 months, I'm seeing that energy shifting more towards you, catering to you, nurturing you, becoming more independent, becoming more, building more trust with yourself. Okay? Interesting. For some of you, I do feel like this could relate in terms of work, but also relationship. So take it as it resonates for you. I see you feeling more empowered and more in alignment with yourself. I see you becoming more whole. And it's like you're going to be so proud of yourself for what you're about to be achieving, for the obstacles, the mental and emotional obstacles, and even physical challenges that you're going to face, specifically in terms of career and finances. I see you overcoming a lot. Okay. But again, this also, I feel like for some of you really relates to a specific person, or maybe it applies to both areas. It's like you're letting go of things a bit more. And I see you celebrating yourself. I see you becoming more proud of the choices and decisions that you're making and the way that you're moving forward. Because it was about time that you took control of what you can control. It was about time that you took control of the situation. Because I feel like this was just not serving you. Things weren't working out in your favor because it was consuming too much of your energy. So change needed to happen. You know what I mean? If you didn't change, things were going to get out of control. Even let's say with like your expenses, maybe you were spending recklessly in the sense that you weren't really being organized and planning out your income and expenses and budgeting and so on. Or even with a partner, it's like maybe you were in a toxic situation and there was this constant back and forth, because I see that as well as like this constant back and forth, this long journey, deceiving energy as well, manipulative energy as well, I'm feeling here. So it was time. It's about time that you start to just focus on you instead. And going back on like the conflict and back and forth energy, this could be conflict and back and forth energy with yourself. And also someone else, right? So again, please take this as it resonates. But whatever it is, whether it's with yourself or someone else, you weren't really agreeing. One part of you wanted this, the other wanted that. It was like your heart against your mind, and there was no coherence between your heart and your mind. That's what it is. So in turn, that was actually bringing chaos in your life. Things were not working out. There were no strong foundations. There was no, you can't build anything with that type of energy. Even if it's with a different individual, how can you build with someone that doesn't understand you, that doesn't meet you in the middle, right? That doesn't communicate, that doesn't cater to you, that doesn't understand you. And so what I'm seeing here is this journey that you've been embarking on, but I do see you moving forward. I see you leaving what was not fulfilling, what was not in alignment with you behind, whether these are thoughts or a person. Yeah. You're up and done. You're packing your stuff and you're like, I'm going. I don't care if the journey's long. I don't care if at first it's going to be hard. I want to expand. I want to grow. I want to become my best self. I want better for me. I'm going to create this. I'm going to give myself what I know I deserve and what I know I can achieve and have. And this is what I need to do, and I'm going to do it. It's like, you're not even going to be looking back, pile number 4. I love this energy. You are going to be thriving. You're going to be in that boss energy. Like, you know what? I'm doing this for me. It's all about me. And you're moving forward. And I don't see you looking back. So in these 2 images here, 8 of Cups and 3 of Wands, you see this individual looking towards the better. She's looking towards the horizon and expanding and allowing herself to move forward. And so is this person here. She's moving towards the light. There's light here. And then you have death and rebirth right in between these 2 powerful cards. Do you see that? So it's literally like you are going to be revamping yourself. That is what I'm seeing over the next 6 months. And honestly, I couldn't love this energy more for you. You're going to be revamping yourself on a mental, emotional, and physical level. Wow, it's like the hard times, the challenges, the cloudiness has actually given you, or will be giving you, a certain strength, a certain understanding, a certain awareness to push you forward, for you to become that better version of you. You know, you're going through a rebirth. That's basically what this is. And when you go through a rebirth, you get to try again. You get a new sense of freshness, like a fresh start, a new beginning. And Although it did not come easy, you're headed in the right direction. And specifically once you decide to move forward, moving forward and not looking back. Because, yeah, this was not serving you at all. At all. This was not good energy here. And I'm seeing here that whatever it is that you have in your mind of doing, whether it is leaving a person, whether it is starting fresh, moving away, continue on with your business, brainstorming on your ideas and bringing them into your reality. Whatever it is, you will manifest it. You will have it. You just need to work through these blockages, these little road bumps that you're finding yourself in. Okay? Yeah, it's like your wishes will come true. That is what I keep seeing. Your wishes will come true. For some of you, an older person could be also of significance. This could be a mentor, a friend, a parent. It doesn't really matter who, but there's someone of significance that could be helpful to your journey and this transition that you're going to be embarking on. I feel like you should be looking forward to the next 6 months because you're finally getting out of this energy that kept you stagnant, that kept you feeling like you couldn't achieve what you need to achieve because of this way of thinking, because of this person, because of this thing. And you're finally like, all right, you know what? I'm done. That's it. Like, no more. Time to go. Time to get up and do something about this. So I love that. I love the willpower that I'm seeing within you. And I feel like that's going to come to you through that realization, through taking time for yourself, through entering that boss era and energy, through self-love, basically. Realizing your worth, realizing how capable you actually are, pile number 4. How limitless you actually are. Beautiful, beautiful. Because for a while, I'm seeing here, you felt like you weren't capable of this, like you weren't skilled enough or strong enough, or you couldn't do this, when in reality, and obviously you can and you will. Wow, I love this. I really do. Okay, let's see what else you need to know in terms of the next 6 months. Dear guides, angels of the highest loving light, what does pile number 4 need to know most about this new journey that they're expanding on, this new phase? What can they expect going forward, please? For pile number 4. Okay, I'm filming this one as well. What can pile number 4 expect going forward, please? Okay. What Spirit is doing, I think they're focusing on the energy of the now. And even on the energy that perhaps you may come upon as you're transitioning, as you're taking action, okay? Is your thinking, your thoughts. Pile number 4. Be very mindful. Be very aware of what you're not seeing. Oh, and you know what's crazy? You have here, be honest with yourself. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth and let source take it from there. And then you have the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Swords. And these 2 cards represent the same energy as this message here with be honest with yourself. These 2 cards represent that you could perhaps not be honest. Perhaps you're not being honest with yourself right now. So you see how these 2 individuals are blinded? They have a blindfold over their face. But the blindfold is an illusion. They're choosing not to see. See, she's feeling trapped, but she's not. And this person is the same thing. So you're not able to think clearly. You're not able to see things for what they are. You're not like accepting something. And I think that's more so the energy of now. So that's why it's important to regain your focus and reflect on what's actually distracting you and what's actually not for you. What is false illusions? There's some sort of illusion here that you're keeping yourself in, okay? So please reflect on that. Please be mindful of that, pile number 4. And again, I feel like that's perhaps more so the energy now. So there's a need to reflect and bring yourself to the present moment. Meditate, ground yourself. Yeah, wow, okay. You're not stagnant though. You're not actually stuck. You can free yourself. You can move forward. You can take action, which I do feel like you will be doing. That was like the highlight of the reading, is you actually moving forward. That is what your guides and your angels are guiding you and pushing you to do, is to move forward. Leave this behind because it's not serving you. It's not in alignment with you. And we have to do better. You deserve better. Okay. Wow, this is beautiful. I think that over the course of these 6 months, pile number 4, you will learn to tame more your emotions. That's number 1. Okay, not because there was some energy here of like reckless energy, whether it's from you or someone else, making reckless decisions and allowing yourself to be driven by your emotions. And it's important that sometimes we think logically and not emotionally. Wow. Okay. What I feel as well is that there's some releasing that you need to do, some forgiving perhaps maybe of yourself and others, someone else. But this is going to happen over time, right? Over the course of the 6 months, this is going to happen in divine timing. Okay? All right, my beautiful friend, I hope that this has been helpful and insightful to you. Please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video. See ya.